Andrew Tate has spent years presenting himself as one of the richest men on the internet. Depending on the interview, the number has changed. Hundreds of millions.
If I wanted to sit here and say I was worth 500 million, I could prove that.
Yeah. More than 700 million, sometimes just billionaire.
I'm already a billionaire if I had to have my net worth measured.
Millions of young men bought the lifestyle, literally. They paid for access to the system Tate says built it. Then on July 18th, Andrew and Tristan Tate were arrested by U.S. Marshals in Miami after Britain requested their extradition. British prosecutors authorized 38 new charges involving 4 alleged victims, added 21 previously authorized charges the brothers now face. 59 counts in the United Kingdom, including allegations of rape, assault, trafficking for sexual exploitation, and offenses involving indecent images. The brothers deny wrongdoing. These allegations and the new charges have not been tested at trial. This is separate from Romania too, and Romania is messier than people assume. The original indictment got sent back to prosecutors after a court found problems with it. A second, separate investigation is still open. The brothers deny that one as well. But their businesses did not disappear when the handcuffs went on. The real world, the war room, merchandise, supplements, crypto promotions, casino arrangements, and online machine built around wealth, status, and one recognizable face. So today, we're asking 2 questions. How much of Andrew Tate's fortune can actually be supported by public records? And can one business powered by one man's personal brand keep growing when that man is sitting in federal detention fighting extradition? Because the gap between what Tate promoted and what courts documented is enormous. Before the real world and the war room, that was the webcam business. Tate publicly described operating webcam studios first in Britain and later in Romania.
I first made my millions of dollars. The first time I ever became a millionaire was with Webcam Studio.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, this is how I first ever made money. I mean,
he claimed dozens of women worked through the operation and that it generated hundreds of thousands of dollars per month at its peak. Those income claims were never independently verified, but Tate's whole description of the business matters. In old videos and interviews, he talked about recruiting women he was romantically involved with and convincing them to perform online.
On my birthday, they send me presents, I get so much money, blah, 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 it's so much fun, and we stay at home, and da-da-da-da, and we're gonna go to Thailand soon, we're gonna be working in Thailand, and we're gonna stay there for as long as we want, you should come with us, it's gonna be so much fun, da-da-da-da, martinis, 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 bang! Slam them both, your bottom nose, this girl's like, okay, well, I'll try it. Put both girls on camera together the first day, so the new girl can sit there and just sit with the other girl and get drunk, give them a bottle of vodka, put on the chatterbait, 100 tokens per shot. The guys will send loads of money to get the girls drunk because guys like drunk girls. Girls will sit there, get drunk, have a great time. You say it's your new job now. You don't go to work ever again. That's how you recruit girls.
He also described paying customers as being misled as part of the sales process.
He ain't gonna ever believe that he's gonna get you that way. You gotta lie to him. You gotta lie to him. She's like, lie and say what? Say that you've never been anywhere because you don't trust men. You can't find a man who's serious. Make him think that if he's serious about you, that nothing else matters. Wow, you gotta put a famoose on it. So what I did is I unplugged their keyboards and plugged a new one in from me behind the screen. So the chicks would sit there and hit a keyboard that wasn't plugged in. And me and my brother, and eventually some staff I trained, would do all the talking. The girls were just famoosers, just laughing and doing this, the titties out, and they were talking to ice cold hustlers. We were taking their money, all of it. If they'd come and say, well, what kind of, all of it.
The first Tate money machine was already built around controlling the story presented to the customer. The webcam operation eventually gave way to a more scalable product, online education. By 2022, Hustlers University was charging $49.99 per month for lessons covering copywriting, e-commerce, cryptocurrency, and freelancing. Tate and his websites claimed membership had grown beyond 100,000 people. Later, promotional material for the real world claimed even more. Independent reporting found reasons to question those figures. Public web traffic and Telegram activity did not clearly support the biggest membership claims. That does not mean the platform had no customers. It means the exact number was never established. The structure was part education platform and part referral engine. Members could earn commissions by bringing in new subscribers.
One of the things that people can do is get a referral code for someone else to join Hustlers University.
Yep.
And that's why they're making TikToks, because if you check the pinned comment on there, it says join Hustlers University with this referral code.
Correct.
So and so like that.
Correct. Yeah. So
mad.
inside of Hustlers University, we have 18 modern wealth creation methods. So we teach how to make money 18 different ways.
Creating an army of people clipping Tate's most controversial statements and reposting them.
You're broke!
Every viral argument became an advertisement. Above that sat the War Room, a private network that charged more than $5,000 to enter.
So the War Room is kind of like the Illuminati, but cooler. The War Room is very difficult to explain, but it's a private network. It's a network in which you must compete for your place. There's tasks, tests, things you must do to keep your place, or you're booted.
What does it cost to join?
It's like $5,000. It's not much.
Its active membership was also never independently verified. Then came merchandise, supplements, cryptocurrency promotions, and Tate's claims about casino interests.
So I open up this casino next door to my competitor, and 2 doors down, there's a Starbucks. Line for Starbucks is going out the door. Starbucks is always busy. So okay, so I put a huge sign up, a massive sign up, saying free coffee. And I had a really cute little waitress, and I bought a very expensive coffee machine. And what happened is, because the line for Starbucks was so long, the dudes would go, well, I'll just go get free coffee in there. And then they'd gamble their $5 instead of buy the coffee. And the girl was always pretty. She was instructed to flirt with them and make the nice coffees. And I started to make a lot of money. And for about 6 months, I was top of the world.
Tate said he had interest in 15 casinos. Investigative reporters later found documents connecting companies controlled by the brothers to profit-sharing arrangements involving at least 6 locations. So there was a real casino relationship, but the paperwork did not verify the full claim. The pattern repeats throughout this story. A real business exists underneath the marketing, but the marketing makes it look much larger. A British civil court case traced approximately 21 million pounds in revenue through accounts connected to Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate in their online businesses between 2014 and 2022. That is roughly $26 million depending on the exchange rate, but it was combined revenue over 8 years. It was not net profit. It was not Andrew's personal bank account, and it was not a full accounting of everything the brothers own worldwide. The case focused on money held in 7 frozen accounts. In December 2024, the court allowed police to seize nearly 2.7 million pounds. The judge found under the civil standard of proof that the funds were connected to deliberate tax evasion and money laundering. Romanian authorities documented a different set of assets. After the brothers were arrested in late 2022, prosecutors seized luxury vehicles, watches, cash, real estate, and company interests. Romania's asset management agency said the vehicles, watches, and cash it administered were worth roughly $3.95 million. Prosecutors also restricted properties and company interests. Those are real numbers. They show real businesses and real luxury assets. But none of those records establishes a personal fortune of $700 million. 21 million pounds in combined revenue is not the same as 21 million pounds in personal net worth. $4 million in seized cars, watches, and cash is not a complete financial statement. And a photograph beside an expensive object is not proof that the person owns it outright and debt-free. The public records do not reveal every company, cryptocurrency wallet, loan, liability, or offshore interest connected to Tate. So they cannot tell us his exact net worth, but they can tell us something more narrow and more defensible. The wealth documented publicly is nowhere near enough to verify the number Tate repeatedly promoted. So how did Tate maintain the image of private jets, supercars, watches, and luxury homes? Because displaying an expensive lifestyle and owning every part of it are two different things. Private aircraft can be chartered, cars can be leased, financed, rented, or owned by a company. Properties can sit inside corporate entities, and a business can spend aggressively on visible luxury because the luxury itself is part of the marketing. Andrew always says rich people don't own anything. And he's partly right. Wealthy people often hold assets through companies or trusts, but that does not prove a $700 million fortune. Before accounting the full value of those assets as Andrew's personal wealth, we would need to know who owns the companies, what debt is attached, and who ultimately benefits. Tate's cars were not imagery. Romanian authorities physically seized 15 luxury vehicles linked to the case, and most of those cars were hypercars that usually appreciate in value. But a multi-million-dollar car collection does not prove hundreds of millions in net worth. It proves that millions were committed to cars. Net worth is assets minus liabilities. A financed car comes with debt. A company-owned car belongs on the company's balance sheet. A rented jet is an expense, not an asset. The public sees the object. The balance sheet contains the part the camera cannot show. That is why influencer wealth is almost impossible to verify from content alone. The content is designed to display the asset, not the financing agreement. After the Romanian arrest, the brothers challenged the asset restrictions repeatedly. Some rulings went their way, others did not. In early 2025, a Romanian court lifted precautionary seizures affecting several properties, vehicles, accounts, and company shares, but the representatives of the brothers acknowledged that other assets remain restricted. Asset seizure is not the same as permanent confiscation. Authorities can freeze property while a case is pending, and owners can challenge it. So it would be inaccurate to say the government permanently took everything. It would also be inaccurate to say everything was cleared and returned. The real story is that part of the Tate fortune spent years in a legal holding pattern, frozen, challenged, released in part, and still disputed in part. That creates costs before any criminal verdict. Lawyers must be paid, businesses still need staff, as assets require maintenance, and restricted money cannot always move freely. On July 20th, the brothers appeared in federal court wearing jail uniforms and remain in federal detention.
Andrew and Tristan are innocent. They've never done nothing wrong. They shouldn't be extradited for crimes they did not commit.
The next hearing was scheduled for July 27th. Whatever happens in that process, the business problem exists separately from the legal one. The real world can technically continue without Andrew appearing live every day. It has lessons, instructors, communities, staff, payment systems, and years of archived content. The War Room is also presented as a network, not simply a one-man course. So this is not a business with one light switch that turns off when Tate loses access to his phone. But Andrew is still the sales engine. His face creates the attention. His controversies generate the clip. His lifestyle gives the product its promise.
But will anyone buy it if I'm not associated to the company? I don't know. It's very difficult. But 300, 350, easily.
And his public presence reassures customers that the man teaching them how to win is still visibly winning himself. That creates key person risk. The company may have staff, systems, and recurring subscriptions, but the customer demand is disproportionately tied to one person. For years, controversy may have helped the business. Every band supported the message that powerful institutions were afraid of him. Every arrest generated worldwide attention. Every critic gave affiliates more material to repost. But controversy and absence are not the same thing. Controversy can sell when the founder is available to frame it as another victory. Detention creates a harder test. Can the team produce enough fresh material to sustain recruitment? Will members keep paying while his legal future is uncertain? Will the arrest strengthen the loyalty of his core audience or limit the visibility that attracted everyone else? Nobody outside the business can answer those questions because current subscriber, cancellation, and revenue data are not public. But the arrest exposes the empire's central vulnerability. The operation may be bigger than one man. The demand for it may not be. Andrew Tate built a business in which the claim travels faster than the documentation. A $700 million number can circle the internet in seconds. A court judgment explaining £21 million in combined revenue takes months of litigation and reaches a fraction of the audience. A video beside a Bugatti gets millions of views. A discussion of whether that vehicle was personally owned, company owned, or financed gets almost none. That does not mean the entire business was fake. The evidence shows real revenue. real companies, and real assets, but a real business can still be wrapped in exaggerated marketing. And when the product being sold is access to the person making the claim, the lifestyle is not separate from the course. The lifestyle is the advertisement. You do not need a private jet or millions of followers for this lesson to apply to you. People inflate claims every day. Founders do it in pitch decks. Influencers do it in income screenshots. Companies do it when they describe revenue as profit or present borrowed assets as personal wealth. It works until someone asks for documentation. A lender, an investor, an auditor, a buyer conducting due diligence, or a court with the power to freeze accounts and subpoena records. The gap between what you say you are worth and what you can prove is not a small detail. The moment serious scrutiny begins, the gap becomes the entire story. So the two questions we started with: is Andrew Tate anywhere near as rich as the biggest numbers associated with his brand? Public records cannot establish his exact net worth, but the records available do not come close to verifying a $700 million fortune. Can the empire survive without him personally driving the attention every day? Operationally, it may continue, but whether it keeps growing depends on whether customers were buying a real institution or buying proximity to Andrew Tate himself. What do you think? Is this business strong enough to survive its founder's absence, or was the founder always the entire product? For more investigations into money behind public figures, subscribe and tap in. I'm out of here.